Hello and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Humankind in the fifth part of our first stream here on Empire difficulty. We've been playing a little bit more militaristic this run. Because of that, we've already managed to subjugate one of our rivals. We're at war with a different one of the rivals. They declare it on us, and your wars are.
Tell me about
I
yourself.
actually war with you, or do you just are just aggressive? Hard to tell. I know I'm at war with you. So, Liege of one empire. Oh, okay, so they have a subject, I have a subject. The battle of the subject holders is what's going on here. We're winning this fight, even though that, well, actually, we're both militarists now, so we both have a resting peacetime war support of 80. We can't ask for this surrender until their war support gets down to 0. They'll probably be there fairly soon. Well, I noticed the comment over the break. It might have actually been posted before the break was up. Was why did I go the Aztecs? The answer is +2 movement speed and land units is nice, and minus 20% unit industry cost. We got minus 20% unit industry cost there. Minus 20% unit industry cost there. From our societies, from conscripts, we got minus 30% there. So that's minus 70%. And then from our barracks building, which we have in most of our major combat-producing cities, if I can find it, there it is. That's another minus 10%. So we're paying 1/5 the default cost for troops because we want the Aztecs. So that basically just means if I need more troops, I just kind of like snap my fingers and a legion appears out of nowhere. And right now it's still the legions. We do in theory have access to the Aztec special unit. Let's go find it in the tech tree, which is the heavy infantry, although we have to research to it, right? So we're doing siege tactics, and our next destination is probably that heavy infantry. And then probably once we get the heavy infantry, I probably should backslide and try to find all the good sources of science. Because that's probably what we need at that point is science and not more and more combat capacity. Like, these guys are going to be pretty scary. 37 combat attack ability in comparison to the Praetorian Guard that we were running, which is 31. These guys are a little bit better when they're next to each other, where those guys are just like, yeah, we don't care about combat damage, but they're only 37 flat. But that's still an improvement over what we have. And yeah, but basically at this point, we're paying 1/5 the cost for troops, so we can kind of spam troops. We can drown the enemy in Aztec warriors when we get those. And to some degree, we've basically got the advantage that for every man that falls, we can just replace them with 10 more. Let's, I want to start moving down to lay siege. Although these are the cavalry. The cavalry are probably not meant to be laying siege with. In fact, these guys should probably be finding the enemy army. Well, enemy stragglers and running them down. That's a straggler. We should go find him and give him a bad day. You run out of things to build. Well, I say you run out of things to build. The things we had in the queue are done. Should probably get the line of sight. Let's pick up the watchtower before we forget about it. We don't really need the stability from those and the science stuff, so it doesn't apply anything. Let's see, probably another sacrificial altar, which honestly is going to give us more stability. Okay, and at that point, we're going to have to start building things that actually eat stability instead of things that generate stability. Profit. The disease, we receive profit. Oh, and I can claim another wonder. Unclaimed wonders. We're in Area 3, so we get some higher tier stuff. You extract all the resources, you extract all the resources. That might literally make our stealth units free. Not that we're recruiting any at the moment. Well, free to build, not free to maintain. Minus 20 minimum war support to declare formal war. Plus 20 war support increased when going to war. We're just we're gonna be the warring faction. And to be fair, the people we're at war with are... We're probably not going to even get to their cities before they're at the point where we can offer them their surrender. Inform that they have been defeated, because they have been. And politely ask that they hand over various things. Probably mostly money. You know, I'll actually go and put you back in the city over here. Just in case. Yeah, we need to put a Forbidden City somewhere. Get more support there, although we don't need support. I should probably put it on the river because we're going to get a big bonus on the river. Yeah. And 41 turns for that to build. That gets us down to 36, which isn't much of an improvement. Oh, you can join in on it once you're done with that. And then you have a lot to build, although I could probably throw money at that one to get that one going a little bit faster.
You have come to annoy me? Challenge accepted.
So they're offering a surrender. That is a white piece surrender. That might be literally what I'm... So technically this would be a victory without me getting anything.
I'm sorry.
We're gonna still say no to that for at least one turn. I think I'm gonna get a lot of...
becomes famously green, while everyone else is green with envy.
Let's see if we can at least get the... Oh, no. We're gonna have to keep it around there. Okay. Get you over there. Getting the army over here. We're gonna at least wait one turn so we've got their war support down to 0. And then we can propose and be able to make the choice of what's on the cards. Ongoing war can now be ended.
You have come to annoy me? Challenge accepted.
Ask for surrender. And yeah, apparently I have no war score. So I can't actually ask for anything. Technically, we've won. Of course, I don't have to ask for anything, I think.
It was merely a passing thought. Pay it no heed.
So nice when things are good for me and bad for you.
You know, if we get any of the followers, I can pick the next one up. We're going military, so we'll pick up yield to none. Make them 1/10 the normal cost. That's the thing we could do. Okay, so if I want to take anything off these guys, I do need to actually occupy some stuff. Which means I need to find some stuff I can actually do stuff to. Okay. Okay, that battle continues. At least if you're not going to give it up. Yeah, I kind of want this unit to come over here and reinforce, although it's going to take like 6 turns, so the battle will be over by then. Hopefully. Battle for the Mind. Gain Science, gain Fanatical, or Judge. We'll go Fanatical so we can get some more religious follower stuff. You're in science, da da da. Still going. Okay. And the
I'm
turn
waiting for
will
the
advance
jealous
another
types
step.
to say things like, it's just a big pile of rocks.
Waiting for the jealous types to say it's a big pile of rocks. Okay. Yep, and we lost our unit as well. That's a bit of a shame. So we low rolled. That's an ideal. Of course, we're getting attacked by a bunch of the local barbarians. So we're gonna lose this army because they're gonna barbarians are gonna slaughter us at this point. So I think these are barbarians that got hired as mercenaries. To be fair, it was not something I'd accounted for in the whole tactical deployment here.
Do not be afraid. I rarely bite.
I still have no war score. We'll just ask for their surrender.
I suspected that you would acquiesce. I'm not in the business of...
Fine.
I proceed with this.
Okay, so needless to say, we need a new army because we lost an army. What's actual army size at this point? Just expanded, so I should probably grab quite a few troops everywhere. We'll do like one there. We'll do something like that. After we get the wonder done, of course. Breading Games has been... Discover Imperial Power. Okay, so someone got to Imperial Power before I did. Which maybe isn't surprising. Oh no, that is a little bit surprising. Because I'm just researching it. Although at the same time, it's not surprising because it's not like I'm a particularly strong tech power at the moment.
I'm already angry. Do not drive me to violence.
I will not ignore.
I abhor violence, but your aberrant beliefs are a worse sin. I'm sorry, but no deal is better than a bad deal.
We all do things we regret.
They say that taking part is its own reward, but I'd still rather see you leave the greatest mark. Keep going.
Don't necessarily know what that was in response to, but response to something.
You have come to annoy me? Challenge accepted.
The price of your behavior will be your territory.
You endanger everything. Such transgression cannot be simply dismissed.
We both give some.
I find your proposition outlandish at best.
Stop making noise. The grown-ups are talking.
You have come to annoy me? Challenge accepted.
As we slowly drift back towards a war again. Yes.
Your empire becomes one of the giants, astride the globe. And what will you do with this power?
You? What is it? Don't get comfortable.
We have exhausted peaceful solutions. I must choose the alternative.
Get some more war support. Plus 20 more, so we'll go up to 86. Start of the war.
You
We
expect
actually
greetings?
technically
Blades
classified
would be
as
more
at war with you.
appropriate.
So you are their subject. Yes, I am technically at war with them. Okay, so instead of just ignoring the fact that these guys are here, I should probably respond to the fact that they're there by, you know, sending in the troops. In the meantime, we're going to obviously delay the wonder long enough to get the troops built. Whole army. 5 turns.
We have our orders.
8th strength, okay. Javelins. Roll about 28 strength. Those guys, well, or do I want to try to cycle them around to do some raiding in the rear? No, we'll have them stay there for the moment. This will head over to Kerma. That's gonna be the plan here. I'm like 4 turns over there. Okay. Yep, and then army stood up. You're gonna come to the call. That's our wonder complete.
Not only was it the palace for 2 dynasties and 14 emperors, the Forbidden City was rumored to contain 9,999 rooms.
Interesting. Feels suspicious. Well, you should probably be suspicious about the fact there's an invading army en route. So that's fair enough. With that, armies will march forward.
Eyes forward! In formation!
There we go. Evenly matched, which maybe gives the fact that we got bad terrain here not the best of plans, but Okay, lost an archer. The archer is arguably some degree replaceable. Okay, that'll continue next turn. How many... We just lost just an archer. Okay. Want to have some guys to respond to you, so we're just going to probably raise... Spearman. No, I think the anti-cav bonus is probably weaker than just raising a couple of return guard. Let's raise a couple of return guard. Yeah, something like that. Nope, they've snuck some reinforcements in. Okay. Lost a Legionnaire, but that's acceptable. War support gain, war support lost. Definitely not the best of battles for us. And here, I think we'll assault here, sound over them enough. Victory. Plus 20 more support for us, minus 10 for them. And a militarist star. We occupy the city. I don't know where that cavalry unit ran off to, but we're trying to get this group to reinforce that group. Will be the plan. I love how the subject that I'm attacking is actually the Fame leader. Well, Twitch chat saying, hey, you're heading out. Thanks for the stream. It was fun. Next Humankind is my next Sunday? I don't think it's my next Sunday. It should be 4 days from now. So it'll be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? Probably be Thursday. It's not on the Twitch schedule yet because I don't know. Well, I haven't updated the Twitch schedule to account for us not finishing the run. Right, there was the small potential that we might finish the run in one sitting. We haven't. We're not going to. We're going to play for about 9 more minutes, and then we're going to bring the stream down. Yeah. Because we're running on a 4-day cycle, so it's. I think that's the last. The last Shadow Empire? I'll have to update the stream schedule. Let me alt tab and take a quick gander at it to figure out what's wrong. Yeah, Wednesday I have Shadow Empire. Right now Thursday is. I'm gonna try to on the schedule keep it updated with the date. So you'll notice that Terra Invicta that's on Thursday is labeled the 30th. So that was I haven't updated that since the 30th. That needs to get updated. That'll probably get updated as soon as I'm done with the stream here and work out whether or not we're gonna be done with Humankind today. And I don't think we are. Although we're making pretty good progress. Yeah. Shadow Empire is Wednesdays. I just looked at the schedule. And then remember, I'm running a 4-day cycle. Twitch by default, I think, runs a runs the weekly cycle, right? So I have to update them every day if the run continues, because last week's thing is not this week's thing, because they're rotating on a non-weekly cycle. That's a fight. Can I protect my archers? Hopefully. Well, I'm giving some more support here. You to keep walking. Actually, you can go lay siege to that location. And then the cavalry here can come over, backfill that for the... Oh, we're not expansion, so I can't just promptly seize the stuff. I've got to do it the slow way, which is
I do
occupy
not
stuff.
live for revenge, but I could die for it.
You're losing 4 turn. Or granted, you don't care that I'm occupying your friend's stuff. That's fair.
Why do you come here to waste my time?
Your subject stuff. Okay, so you are laying siege. And this is a big enough city, I think this is worth sieging for a couple turns. least until the second batch can come in. Granted, the second batch will probably be ready to come in on the following turn, so maybe not pushing too much. Blossoming of beliefs. We are one faith and should not be allowed to fracture our religion, so we can get fanatical. Influence. So 25% for one city, plus 5 for lead, 25%. Solve, lead, or influence. We're gonna lead. And yeah, the places that were occupied are converting slowly. I guess they have something going on that's actually preventing them from converting, as long as I don't occupy them, which is a thing going on apparently.
A holy site, built to provide a place of worship and a place of peace. Death from starvation. It seems that these are the times that try a people's dietary habits.
Okay, that buys you a little bit of time. There we go. Although at some point to permanently fix the thing, we either need agricultural districts or we need to recruit people from the populated city to not take up spaces in the city. Honestly, we'll just keep the siege going for a bit. I'm not in a rush. Back in the city to screen the city. Oh, that's my friend's troops. I think that's my... Yeah, that's my liege.
I don't think you
Or
care
that's my
how
subject.
busy I may be.
They're sullen. Aid grievances, tired of our being a vassal, refused our demands. They surrendered to us. They are the leader of our religion.
We would
gonna send
all
them a gift.
benefit
Small
from
gift.
growing closer, don't you think?
This is pleasing. I am content to join together on this.
You have...
I'm already angry. Do not drive me to violence.
Do not drive you to violence. Well, we're kind of driving you there. We're driving you there hard and fast, so hope you're ready. Sacrificial altar. Sure. I think that's the last one we can get. Yeah, it probably wants to be either industry or science. And then you need something to build. I don't need the stability bonuses. So either you want to train troops, and I wouldn't actually be too opposed to more troops. No, I'll hold off until we get, not War Summons. The ones behind War Summons is the, Jaguar Warriors. We'll hold off until we get Jaguar Warriors to train more troops. Instead, you... either want to make more food or make more industry. Where would you recommend I put an industry district? There. Okay. Well, I could probably... It's telling me I can probably claim an order. Combat strength on units with range attack is probably a good idea to pick up. I'm gonna stick on the warpath. And then we'll get that being built. Maybe when that industry quarter is done, actually. So we got ballistas now. Okay. We're building basically one every turn. We can get up to 5, so we can just wait until we've got the full set.
Watching and observing.
Well, that's an army. So we're going to emergency pop out new troops to deal with that army. And just like that, an entire army, well, almost an entire army will just appear within a turn. Yeah, let's wait at least 3 more turns. So you coming ashore? They are coming ashore. Technically we have citizens going up against troops that I think we could probably just defeat. So let's sortie. Annual battle. There's the archers destroyed. Okay. No path to that destination, so we're just gonna Okay. I think we're definitely winning this fight. It's not been a clear-cut, do this, win battle fight, but... Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Next turn they're going to lose one of the garrison. Might just attack next turn. We'll see. Occupied city due to low stability has lost a awesome pop. That's fine. Stronger overall. I think it is. I think it's just a time when carrying this all. Manual battle, of course. Maybe put one of the tougher guys up front. Yeah. And one of the enemy bastions has already been overrun. didn't realize you were not in range. Actually, why aren't you stuck? Oh, you've been poisoned, apparently. Thinking my siege weapons are not very useful at this point, but they are what they are. Okay. End the round. Alright, next turn that will continue. I'm gonna run this long enough that we can go ahead and finish the siege, and then we will probably put the part break there. War summons researched. That's the upgrade to the pikeman, the upgrade to the crossbow, which is my ranged upgrade, so that's good to know. And I think my first stealth unit. The Mongols have destroyed one of the world's cultural wonders by destroying the lighthouse of Alexandria. War support for us, minus 14 for them. Although I think that's applying to these guys.
Make it quick.
Not
You have come
these
to
guys.
annoy me? Challenge accepted.
Although they don't really like being in this war either. We're at nice happy 100. They're at a very unhappy +1 turn. Damages to one enemy district, which is probably not gonna last for very long. I didn't even realize one of our districts was... Oh, it's probably not even mine. It's probably the subjects. Terror of the bovines. The empire is mired in tradition, beholden to the past, but no city is more enlightened than the metropolis of Mykia. Superstitious place with hearsay and myth, when wild farmyard animals now are being put on trial for crimes. Ready cattle was sentenced to be burnt at the pyre for conspiring against the Empire. One wealthy lander has enough. Now he petitions for you to intervene. What is your stance? I can concur. We get faith. I can move towards progress and get science, or overturn and get food. We're going to keep pushing the faith angle. And I think this is where we're going to go ahead and put a part break in and bring an end to this stream. We are, from a fame perspective, actually still in last, even though we're kind of walking around and trouncing people. Apparently military conquest is not doing a particularly great job of making me famous. Who'd have thought? Some of our locations, I think, are supposed to give us, like, fame on Victoria City, so every time we win a war, we should technically get fame, but... It's the Triumphal Arches, if I remember correctly. Or was the Triumphal Arches? Maybe it only applies when you're Rome. Either way, we're not building... they're not doing that. They're not doing that anymore. Triumphal Arch... Yeah, it might have been why... Oh, it might have been if you build them while you have Victoria City. Not if you have Victoria City, you get 50 fame. That makes more sense. To encourage you to, you know, build the triumph after the war, instead of before the war, which is kind of what we've been doing. Well, while our armies are a little exhausted after such a brazen assault, we're still definitely on the advance. We heal our armies up and continue attacking. That's probably what we'll be doing in the next part. As far as stars, we have got all 3 military stars for this era. So if anything, we're going to actually be sort of slowly getting into the next era, because we're going to need tech. Probably should work to improve tech. As the war goes on, we might take more territory. That would help as well with fame. Maybe get our money and influence going a little bit better. We'll see how things go. We're trying to get the religion going a little bit more. Which, to be fair, if that gets going, we'll get some more military bonuses, which would be nice. Yeah, another five military strength per unit. It's nice. So yeah, basically we've got the 2 overlord nations fighting each other. In this war where we are at the moment, we're not actually invading the overlord, we're actually invading the subject. Well, half occupied the subject at this point. Now we're going to push into the Mississippians and what's left of the subject. We'll probably fully occupy the subject at this rate, and then be pushing on into their territory. We'll see how that goes, but that will be in the next stream. With that, I'll go ahead and bring up the schedule again, so I can talk about the schedule. If you're still watching on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, this schedule should be what was recorded over the last 4 to 5 days. So tomorrow will be the continuation of Terra Invicta and possibly the end of Terra Invicta. I'm not going to spoil too much, but we're moving towards the Cooper Belt, which is where the aliens' final... Well, where the aliens' portal is. So that's obviously tied to the end game. We're moving very close to the end game. Decent possibility we will finish up Terra Invicta in the next stream as a side effect. The day after that, which will be Tuesday, will be the continuation of Farthest Frontier. Again, pretty good likelihood that we'll finish up. We already got Tier 4 housing, and the goal is really to get to Tier 5 housing and get a wonder complete. And the wonders don't necessarily look that much more expensive than the Tier 4 town center. So other than getting the Tier 5 housing while trying to get the wonder, that shouldn't be too hard. I think we might actually need one of the wonders might be what's required to build bridges, because we were trying to figure out how to build bridges last time and weren't able to. Wednesday will be Shadow Empire, will be a continuation of Shadow Empire. The start of the current run has been a little slow. We'll see if we can actually get out of the starting position, or if the slavers just decide that we're becoming the slaves. I can't really talk anything more about that. We've only run one part, so it's only 1 hour. It shouldn't be that hard for you to catch up by then, whether you're watching on YouTube or watching on Twitch. And then Thursday, which will be 4 days from now, will be when we return to Humankind on the 6th. So if you're watching this on YouTube, that should be in your past. So if you can't wait to watch the next part YouTube, which should be up for you tomorrow, you could probably sneak over to Twitch and watch it when it was watch the VOD from when it was recorded live, as that should still be up for 14 days. At this point, this is the last opportunity to get any comments in. If you're watching on Twitch, I'm going to try to bring it down by the time we start, by the time the ad starts, so you don't have to watch the ad, because I'm not going to bring up anything after the ad. If you're watching on YouTube and you want a comment responded to, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. If you're watching the Twitch VOD later and you want a comment responded to, probably best head over to the YouTube channel, because YouTube handles asynchronous comments a little bit better than Twitch does. And thanks, chat, for wishing me goodbye. I'm going to wish everyone good luck and good time until the next part. And with that, I wish you all the best of luck, and bye for now.